Jackson said it. This month is about two things, guys, being very intentional and deliberate. Yep, so I'm going to ask you guys to do two things. I'm going to ask you guys to like write and take notes because you're going to write to yourself. And I'm going to ask you to do it in the chat so you can like use your phone. You can do whatever you want. Samuel L. Jackson said, success is for people that are very intentional and deliberate. Yep, so this month we're going to be intentional and deliberate. Oh, my bad, I didn't notice my camera wasn't on. That's dark anyway. So watch this, guys, watch this. The first thing I need is the intentional deliberate right there at the top of your paper. Why? Because it's not magic. Like it's not osmosis. Right? You won't wake up tomorrow and just have like a law degree in the mail. Right? Like this year, it makes 6 years that my wife and I will be married. You don't just wake up and all of a sudden that you have a good relationship. You don't just wake up and your kids, you know about your kids. Like it's not magic. And I want us to understand that, right? You won't just magically know what your kids like and who they really are. Do you hear me? Like it's not magic. You don't just magically wake up and have that job. You don't just magically wake up and have that body or have that health goal. It's about being intentional and deliberate about what we're trying to accomplish. So watch this. The first principle. Yep, write this down. The first principle, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Yep, let's go ahead and start this month off right. Yep, throw that in the chat. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. I was talking to a kid yesterday. I had him fill out a wish list. He's like, man, I don't know. I said, man, if you was Timmy Turner with the Fairy Odd Parents and they could just grant your wish, what would you know? But the thing is, us as adults living in the real world, we realize you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Yep, so this is what I need you to do. This is the personal, boy. Yep, so you throw that in the chat. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Yep, throw that in the chat. Go ahead and text that, post it. And then on your separate piece of paper, this is what I need you to write. I need you to write down 3 things you're willing to work for over the next 30 days. Yep, over this month of November, what are 3 things you're willing to work for? Come on, intentional. Yep, write them down. What are 3 things that you're willing to work for? I'm willing to work for that more money. I'm willing to work for a better relationship with my wife. I'm willing to work for a better relationship with my kids. I'm willing to work for an increased and restored faith. What are you willing to work for? 3 things. Come on, this is personal. Write it down. You don't even got to put this in the chat. This is for you. Come on, this is for you. This is for you. Write this down. What are 3 things that you're willing to work for? I'm willing to work for better grades in school. I'm willing to work for that job that I want. I'm willing to work for that relationship. What are you willing to work for? Yep, I need you to write this down because I need you to keep this. Yeah. This month is intentional and deliberate. It ain't about feeling good. Yep, it's time to step out the comfort zone. It's time I gotta up how I challenge you guys. Yep, so if every call you feel good, I ain't doing something right. Every call should be something that hits you like a ton of bricks. Yeah, so 3 things that you're willing to work for. Yep, 3 things that you're willing to work for. I try to give you guys some time so you can write them. You have 3 things that you're willing to work for this month. I'm willing to work for that body, that health goal. Bump the body. I want to make sure that my heart works when I'm 80. I'm willing to work for it. I'm willing to work for that faith. Yep. I'm willing to work. I'm willing to work for a restored relationship with my siblings. Like I'm willing to work for it. Yep. I'm trying to give you guys some time. All right. The second principle. Yep. I need you guys to understand this because I had this realization. I went to the store the other day, and everybody knows, right? Diamonds, right? Diamonds. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend. They say the ladies love diamonds, and the guys work a long time to buy them. Right? Everybody loves diamonds. The ladies love diamonds, and the guys, we got to work a long time to get them. But the things that I love about diamonds, they say pressure is how you make a diamond, right? So they put pressure on the diamond, and then they heat that bad boy up. Yep, and then they cut it. But in order for them to know if it's a real diamond, there's a process they have to go through. What I need you guys to understand that you are a diamond. Pressure makes diamonds. Stop avoiding it. Yep, stop avoiding it. Pressure makes diamonds. Stop avoiding it. What's the it? The pressure. Stop avoiding the pressure. Stop avoiding that hard thing. Stop avoiding it. Pressure makes diamonds. If you're going to be a diamond, there's a process that we have to go through. Pressure makes diamonds. Stop avoiding it. Yep, go ahead and write that in the chat. Yep, that's the thing. You're going to text to your friend. You're going to post that. And then we're about to jump back to our paper and make it personal again. Yep, so the second thing, pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. Yep, pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. So what I need us to do, watch this. Last month was overcoming in October. So I want you to take a second and think to yourself, what area did you struggle in the most? Yep. Which area was it that you struggled in the most? Because God he revealed this to me this morning. But our limitations will continue to hold us back until we face them. Yep. Ouch. That one hit somebody. Yeah, I don't even call them weaknesses anymore. I call them limitations because they will hold us back until we face them. Yeah, so the second thing I need you to write on your piece of paper, yep, you wrote the 3 things that you're willing to work on for the next 30 days. The second thing that I need you to write, what is it that you've been avoiding? Yep, you know this one. Yeah, you know, no, so this is the one that you might not tell people. That's why I say you don't got to write this in the chat. This is the one a lot of people might not know this one. This one's a secret between me and God, but I know I've been avoiding this. So I need you to go ahead and write that for me. Yep. Yeah, go not in the chat. This is yours. Write it on your piece of paper because we're going to be looking at this every day. Again, this is intentional and deliberate. You have intentional and deliberate. I love it. I love it. I love it. Somebody's like, TP, I ain't been avoiding nothing. Listen, it might have been a conversation. What area is it? It might have been a conversation that you were supposed to have. Is it procrastinating? Huh? Is it something you were supposed to start or something you were supposed to stop? How is it applying for a job or that school that you're supposed to go to? Is it your business? Is it your family? Is it your faith? What have you been avoiding? What area in your life have you been avoiding? Come on. Come on, yeah, because we're about to take it head on. Talk to me. Talk to me. Write it down. Yep. Yep, it's getting windy. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's why I need you guys on your piece of paper. On your piece of paper, we got to be intentional and deliberate. 3 areas that we're willing to work in, and 3 things that we've been avoiding. Just write one thing that you've been avoiding. Write it down. Come on, we've already learned that keeping it in our head ain't going to work. Make sure that you write it down because you got to remember this. Come on, write it down. Come on, I encourage you. I encourage you. Whatever you've been avoiding, we're about to take it head on. And then the last thing, guys, the last thing. Watch this. I know everybody on here doesn't like football. Everybody doesn't like sports. My team, the Eagles, we weren't playing last night, but there was a Thursday night football game on. And it was the Jets. The Jets, who did the Jets play? I think they played the Broncos.
The Texans.
Texans, thank you. Oh, yeah, the Houston Texans. So the Jets were playing the Texans, and technically speaking, the Texans had like a better team, but both teams were injured. And it was like I ain't going to lie to you guys, it was a bad game. The first half was like 0-0. But what stood out to me was in the first half, the receiver for the Jets, he caught a pass, right? And he's running into the end zone to score. And right before he gets in the end zone, he drops the ball. And because he dropped the ball, his team didn't score. The ball then rolled out the back of the end zone, which became a turnover, and the other team got the ball, and the half ended up being 0-0. Now, the good news is for anybody that's on here that is a Jets fan, the Jets did end up winning, so he didn't cost his team the game. But the question that I have for you is, why would he stop short of the goal? The goal was to score, and he got so close. He got so excited. He dropped the ball, and he started celebrating. He was running around, gyrating with his teammates screaming, and then they noticed that the ref said, oh, we're reviewing the touchdown. And then they took the touchdown off the board. Guys, the third principle. The third principle, execution is worship. We only celebrate when we're done. I know I've fallen victim to this. I get really excited about the idea, like, man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to write this book. And then one chapter in, and I lose that momentum. Yeah, I'm going to reach out to that. You know what? I am going to start going to church. And then we wake up that Sunday and we find a reason why we can't go this week. If I am going to get to the gym, I'm going 5 days this week. And we go Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, we forget. Thursday, we try to go. Because I need us to get to the point, the level of maturity, where we only celebrate when we execute. And what's execute? Execute is when the task is done. So if I say I'm going to the gym 5 times, I celebrate on Friday when I go 5 for 5. If I said that I'm going to write a book, I'll celebrate when the book's done. If I said I'm going to fix this relationship, me meeting with you once is not me celebrating. It's not the execution. But far too often, we start getting happy, and because we get happy and those emotions start taking over, we say, the heck with executing, the heck with finishing it. This feels good right now. I'll take it a step further. Before we even start and get active, the thought, the idea excites us. And it's like, man, we shout from the top of the mountains. And it's like, well, you haven't even done anything towards this yet. But we're excited. And the feeling of that, the euphoria of feeling excited makes us feel like it's done. But from this moment on, from this November 4th going forward, all month, we only celebrate after the task is completed, after we execute. Why? Because execution is worship. So I need you guys to do me a favor. I wanted to make this personal. So the stuff that you wrote on your paper, I need you to make sure to take a picture of it, make it your screensaver, put it on your mirror, put it somewhere that you can see. These are the three things that I'm going to work on this month. These are my areas of focus. If I'm going to be successful, it's about being intentional and deliberate this month, and this is where I'm going to focus my time at. Yep. And then the other spot, this is what I've been avoiding. And you know what? God told me, as long as I continue to let my limitations limit me, I'm never going to get to that next level. There's some stuff that's just waiting on me just to face what I've been avoiding. There's some situations that if I would have just handled it already, if I would have just faced it, guess what? I probably wouldn't even be here. But we've been avoiding it. Yep. So we're going to take that head on. And then the third thing, the mindset shift. Yep. I gave you two, one at the beginning and one at the end. But the first mindset shift is it is going to be a dog fight. Yeah. It's going to be hard. We're not signing up asking for it to be easy. We don't even want it to be easy. We know it's going to be hard. We know people are going to try to hurt us. People are going to try to close those doors. We know it's not going to be easy. But guess what? We don't want it to be easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. So do me a favor. Let me make sure you're still here. Let me make sure you're still here. Jump in the chat with me. Let me make sure you guys got it. Number one, come on. I'm in the chat with us. We can post it. Do whatever you want. The stuff that was personal, I don't want you guys to post it. I want that to stay personal to you. I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a covenant to yourself, a promise to yourself that says, I will work on these three things. I will stop running from the thing I should have faced. I will. Yeah, I'm making this promise to myself right now, today, on this November 1st, in front of this Change You community. I wrote it down. You guys don't even need to see what I wrote down. But just know, like you made a promise to yourself, I made a promise to myself. And at our meetup at the end of the month, guess what? We're going to get our promise praise break on. Yeah, this month is personal. I'm tired of just playing around. Yeah, I'm tired of this. This month is personal. I ain't going to miss no calls. Everything I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. I'm writing it down. This is my month. Yep, you're going to see a whole new me. Yep, so if you can, jump in the chat with me. It's starting to rain. I can't write it. But in the chat, number one, it is going to be a dog fight. Yep, it is. It's going to be a dog fight. Yep, the second one. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you what? Come on, you get what you what? What you work for. Yep, I'm trying to give you guys a second to write it. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Number three, pressure makes diamonds. Stop avoiding it. Yep, stop avoiding that pressure, that adversity. Stop avoiding it. And then the last one, execution is worship. Yep, it is. Execution is worship. Let me write it too. Stop and just it's going to be a dog fight. Yep, number one, it is. It's going to be a dog fight. Number two, yep, I'm right here with you guys. We can't just fake it this month. Yep, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Yep, thank you. I see you in the chat. I see you. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Yep, number three. Pressure makes diamonds. Stop avoiding it. Yeah, I love it. And then the last one, guys, execution is worship. Execution is worship. Now, this is what I need us to do as we close this call out. This call is much more bigger than today. I need you to go into the future. Yep. Close your eyes real quick if you can. If you're driving, just think, focus. But go to December 1st. Yeah, let me help you. Think about what happens this month. Yep. I know. I'm about to go to an Eagles game. It's my birthday. It's Thanksgiving. And then we get to December. Yeah, there's a couple things, right? So what in your life? What happens over this month? Visually think about it. Yeah, no, man, it is November. November's a lot. Yeah, this, and that. Now I want you to think about the three things you said you're going to work on. And I want you to think about that thing that you said that you've been avoiding. And I want you to think about the person that you are at the end of this month compared to the person you are now. Like envision yourself right now in your success. That thing that you said that you wanted, Well, I seen it in the chat earlier. I'll scroll back up. That thing that you put in that chat. He said no more excuses. Right? We said no more excuses. So some of us, financial freedom, peace, whatever it is that you want this month. What is it that you want? Take a second to think about that. What is it that you want from this life? Too often we say, oh, we want this, we want that, because somebody else put that thought into our head. What do you want? Some of us is like, I ain't gonna lie, as long as my kids is good, I'm good. All right, but what's good? They just make it through high school. What do you want? Do you want to own a house? Because if you do, you gotta tell me, don't lie. Do you want to own a car? Are you cool with right? Whatever you want is your life, but you gotta call it. What do you want? And what I started to do is I think about, okay, I know that this month is going to be this stuff. Who am I going to be at the end of this month? Yep. So at the end of this month, my faith is going to look like this. My fitness is going to look like this. My finances are going to look like this. My family is going to look like this. My freedom, like I'm going to be so much closer to that freedom. It's going to look like this. What is it that you want? And then I need you to envision yourself there by the end of this month. At that next level, standing there with a bank account increase. When you're a pillar in your church, people are like, man, you've been in church all month. Bible study? And somebody told me the other day, they was like, man, my goal was just to go to church. I've been going to Bible study. And I said, that's the power of momentum. Once you get started, you'll be surprised how God will take you. But I need us to get started. And what are we getting started on? That thing that we see by the end of this month. Because if you don't have somewhere that you're trying to get to, it's a lot of wasted time and energy.